Okay, let's do our in-class exercises for all the people at home that can't see what I'm doing.
With those fresh markers.
With these fresh, clean markers.
In class / in home.
Yeah, in-home exercise. So we have a file that has 100 blocks. All right, that makes it easy. Assume that the file control block, aka the index block, in the case of index allocation. So it might be, we're going to ask on different contiguous, linked, and index here. Is already in memory. Calculate how many I/O operations are required for continuous, linked, and index single level, just the single level allocation strategy. If for one block the following conditions hold. If for one block the following conditions hold. All right. In the contiguous allocation case, assume there is no room to grow in the beginning, but there is room to grow at the end. Assume the block information is is stored in memory. All right. So let's do this first for contiguous. The block is added at the beginning. What do we need to do? The block is added to the beginning of a contiguous file that's 100 blocks line, and there's no room in the beginning, but you need to put it before all the other data. This is like if you had a text file and you're
so you're allocating one new block.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
But we have to move the other one?
What else are we going to do? All right, so we got to move 100 blocks down, right?
Yep. Copy 100 blocks.
And then write that actual block. So it's 101 I/O operations?
No.
Gross.
It is.
No.
No?
Read a block, write a block. It's going to be 200.
There you go.
and 1.
201.
Grosser.
Yeah, it is pretty gross. So we got 201. All right, great. The block is added in the middle.
Wait, we didn't do linked and index.
We'll do contiguous first because the answers are done first with contiguous. So, you know, we got to do that. It's out in the middle.
So 101.
You see that? You got to read 50, write 50.
And then just add
Assuming it's 50. I mean, it could be 49.
Oh, yeah,
Depends
okay.
on what they define as middle.
Right. So we say that there's room at the end. So yeah, we just have to write
2n plus 1.
Right. So it is 101 because there is room after the block. They said that after the block there is room, so you could just move everything over. The block is added to the end.
1.
Oh, right, contiguous, you win. The block is removed from the beginning.
Ooh.
1.
1?
1.
Okay. And then you just deallocate it?
It's deallocated.
Okay.
Move your start point.
Well, we'll stick with that for now. The block is removed from the middle.
100. 1. It's not added, so 99.
99. Oh yeah, because we're saying the 50th block, so you'd have to remove, you'd read 49 and write 49, and then one extra. Okay. We'll stick with 99 for now. I'd probably accept that on exam. The block is removed from the end.
1.
All right, contiguous. Let's see how close we were. Oh, our answer's right there. 101, good. Write a new
This is
block.
hurting my brain.
201.
Yeah, 201, we got the first one right.
101, we got the second one right.
Write a new block and update the directory. So that is 1. Update the directory entry start and length. And I think we said 1. Yeah, we said 1 again. So we're good there.
98.
Read blocks 1 through 9. Write those blocks over spot. So it's 98. Update.
And
We were saying the
update
update is
99.
another length. So as long as you told me, gave me some indication there, 98, 99, I would have taken either. And then, well, the block at the end is removed.
Yep. So
Which one was the beginning one?
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. The first one,
Or the
A, the block is at the beginning.
D.
D, the block is removed from the beginning. You just have to update the start end, right? Just remove start over and you're done.
Okay. Because we don't care if it's just.
Yeah, we don't care about fragmentation.
Although we were assuming that memory and disk were at the same speed, but
I would allow you to make that assumption. Okay, Oh, well, the question is I/O, so it is technically 98. I/O operations. I'll make sure that's bolded. Actually, it's not bolded on your midterm. Oh, wait, we're not doing this on your midterm. Great.
Ooh.
Whew. Linked. The block is added at the beginning.
So we're gonna update the start
All right. That's a memory operation.
and write the allocation. So one IO.
One I/O because you have to write the new
One
block.
IO and update the start.
Yeah. And then are we done? Yeah. Okay, we're done.
One and update.
Okay. The block is added in the middle. How many reads do we have to do right off the bat?
Middle.
Oh, that's right. Link. We have to go find the middle first.
Yeah, we got to find the middle first, so we got to
So
do
go 50
middle.
reads.
50 reads.
One write.
50
One
reads.
update.
And you have to write the new block. You have to update that guy pointer, and then update your pointer to point to the one up there. So 51.
Sure.
That sounds about right. The block is added at the end.
101.
Oh, is
It's,
it?
I'm going to actually accept either. It's either going to be 1 or 101, because if you notice in the linked implementation, they kept track of what was at the end. So it depends on what your implementation is. A block is removed from the beginning.
0. Just an update.
It's my new 0. The block is removed from the middle.
50.
And then 2 updates, which don't count.
No, just need one update. You update
Yeah.
block 50 to point to block 50. So I guess you have to read
Yeah.
the one that you do have to read the one that you're missing because you have to get its pointer. So 51.
And then you got to update that previous block to the new point.
Right.
So you got to write it.
So 51. Yeah.
52.
Why 2?
You read the first 50. You have to then read the next block to
Right.
get the pointer, and then you have to write that pointer to your previous one.
Okay.
Read and write are different.
Okay.
That should be in bold too.
Okay. The block is removed from the end.
1 or 101.
Well, you can't. There are no links going backwards. This isn't doubly linked. It's singly linked. Oh.
Wait.
Cringeworthy.
So 102.
So you got to
It's
read.
got to be 100.
You got to read 100.
Because you have to get to the
And-
one before the last one. Update its block.
Yeah.
So that it points
Plus-
to null.
Yeah. And then
You update your start.
So I
or
think
your
it's
end.
101.
If you have an end, you update that.
Let's see how close we were. Write the new block, update the directory. So it is 1. We got that right with adding at the beginning. Read the first
So
50
they're
block.
They're saying writes are not an additional.
They're saying up.
The A is 1. Like we said, they just didn't write it out. It's 1.
I was
Then-
reading it.
And then B is because they read a block, they write the new block to the 51st, so it's 51. Update the 50th block, so 52 in total. So see, they are counting right as 1.
Okay, and
Okay.
later on in F, they don't do that.
Oh, you know what? That's correct. Wait. You read and then update.
Oh, they didn't. Yeah, I guess they didn't.
Because they already know what
They
the
didn't put
last
numbers
one
in
is.
parentheses on all of them. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's confusing. Okay. 52 total.
And then C, hey, look. Write new block, read and write last block, point new block, tail pointer debatable if the last block has to be read first. Read new block. Oh, okay. Wait, which one's C?
Right.
Add it to the end.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have to read it and then update it. Why do we have a 0?
Write the new block.
You don't.
Read and write the last.
For
block.
C, we have
No,
1
we
or
had 1 or
101.
101.
Oh, okay, there we go. Perfect. So it's
So
a
it
bit-
should have been 2 or.
Oh yeah, because you have to read the data and then write it back out.
So 2 or 102?
Yeah, it's 2,
No, 101.
Okay.
101.
Because you still read 100 block. Well, no, it would be 102 because you still have to write that new block. So it would be 1.
No, you read all 100.
Read all 100.
Oh, yeah, then you
Update
do.
101 and write 102. Or update 100 and write 101.
I'll just go right-ish at the end of all these answers on the final.
You have to. I'll just ask you to write it out. All right, then what do we have?
Read the first block. Update directory entry head, 0.27. Why do you have to read the first block?
What's D? Update directory entries starting.
No,
Wait,
I
that's
don't.
wrong. The block is removed from the beginning.
Why do you have to read the first block?
Oh, because you have to know where
the
it's
second one
pointing to.
is. Yeah.
Because you don't know the start pointer.
Ah.
So yeah, it is not 1. I mean, it's not 0. It is 1. You have to. So there's 1 read. So we were wrong. The block is removed from the middle. So you do have to read the first 50, update block 40, then you update block 49. Yeah, so 51. Oh, we did 52. Read 50 blocks. Then. why did
Wait,
we-
so B was 52, but E was 51?
Yeah, E is 51. Because you only need to read the 40, the
Yeah,
up
update
to
block 49.
and then
you don't have to read block 49.
Oh, because you're deleting the 50th?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just jump right over it, and then this one is 52.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then lastly, oh, so they did the last one a little different. Block at the end and removed. So they just read 99 blocks, and then set the 99th one to be null. So I guess what they did instead is they just had a counter of how many blocks they went through. They wouldn't know the length until they got to the null. So I don't see how this is. What they're assuming with F is that you knew that was 100 blocks long, so that you could trim one
That's not
block.
a good assumption.
It's not a good assumption. So I would have accepted 100 or 101 for this one.
101-ish.
Nice. On average, 100.5. Yeah, that would be a fun one.
I think that's all I'll just do for the answers. Average the 2.
All right, now for the fun one. Indexed. Block is added at the beginning. You have
So
100
read
blocks.
the index
Mm-hmm.
and write to the index
And you got to write the block as well, right?
and block. Yeah.
So that's 3.
Yeah.
All right. The block is added in the middle.
So we're gonna write the block.
Mm-hmm.
Got to read the index.
Mm-hmm.
Got to write to the index.
Sing a pattern. Does everyone sing a pattern? Okay.
Prime numbers.
The block is added at the end.
3.
The block is removed from the beginning.
Read the index. Write to the index.
So
2. 2.
Still prime.
2.
wow, this makes the index look amazing, doesn't it? Pretty consistent. Let's see how close we were. We should be pretty close. Write the new block, rewrite the index. Also have to shuffle links.
Oh, because the index was in memory, so it's not an I/O operation.
Maybe we
Not
should-
necessarily.
We don't have to read it.
They said rewrite, so okay.
We don't have to read it. So it would be 2, 2,
Okay.
2, 1, 1, 1.
I would have accepted either in this case. So you can see how indexed is consistent.
And small.
Well, I don't know if it's small, but what's the big disadvantage of the index versus the other two?
Okay. You use more memory. You have
Yeah,
less
there's a
memory
lot
to
more
store
overlap.
stuff.
Yeah, your hard drive has to store a lot more information, but your I/O is a lot faster.
Well, 1 block per file. Depends on how much your file sizes are. So
right,
not actually a
right.
lot
Is
more,
your
not-
block going to be an inode
If
or an
every
actual
file
disk?
is 1 block, then you're doubling your
Yeah.
storage. If every block is yours, or if you use the entire thing, you need to use that.
Yeah, I mean, if all your files were 1 block in length, contiguous would actually be the best, or linked, but probably contiguous. But otherwise, since that's not practical, index usually wins out. Okay, we'll stop there.